Last week, the U.S. Congress passed a bill that clearly and firmly states that anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. This is a statement that codifies a long line of fallacious thinking that conflates anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism. This is totally absurd. These are two entirely different belief spectrums, and they should not be evaluated as a single group. It is, for example, entirely possible to criticize the Israeli government without being anti-Semitic. But more importantly, it's also possible to be an anti-Semitic Zionist. You see, as an anti-Semitic Zionist, I don't want to do this one. I am an anti-Semitic Zionist, and I am tired of people conflating anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism. When I found out that there was a place that the Jews just wanted to go to, I was the first one saying, okay, yeah, go there. And then I found out that place they wanted to go to was the Middle East, and I was like, I don't even know where that is. This is kind of a no-brainer, right? Right, guys? No-brainer? But because of the rampant conflation of these two spectrums, now everybody thinks I'm philo-Semitic. No! I'm just glad that they're getting rid of themselves. You can criticize Israel without being anti-Semitic. You're just wrong. On both fronts. Look, I can tell some of you are confused, so I made a chart. We have two spectrums, pro-Zionism versus anti-Zionism, and philo-Semitism versus anti-Semitism. Obviously, if you're a pro-Zionist philo-Semite, you have Jew supremacy over here in the top left. And opposing that, you have when you're anti-Semitic and anti-Zionist. I put misguided over here because these are my brethren who just have the wrong idea. But adding a little bit more complexity to this graph, I'm up here as the anti-Semitic Zionist, and then most progressives are down here. They're not anti-Semitic, but they're anti-Zionist. And this is where a lot of the don't conflate anti-Semitism with anti-Zionism rhetoric comes from, because these are people who are critical of Israel, but not from like an anti-Semitic perspective, as opposed to me, who is not critical of Israel from an anti-Semitic perspective. So progressives are here, and then liberals are like more pro-Zionist, but they're also not anti-Semitic most of the time. And then the conservatives kind of, they're even more pro-Zionist, but then there's kind of a larger range, and then there are some unironic anti-Semitic Zionists in the conservative spectrum. This is a well-known trend among the right-wingers. Most Zionists are obviously up here in the pro-Zionism, philo-Semitism corner. And anti-Semitism and philo-Semitism, this is interesting. They kind of horseshoe around when you've got that 4chan autism. They start researching the Jews or whatever, and then they start liking the Jews. They learn so much about Jewish culture, they start like appreciating it. So yeah, hopefully this clears things up. So you're telling me that without even asking, you're going to remove the minority group from my country, concentrate them all in one spot in an ethno-state, and then kill a bunch of Arabs. We didn't even ask for that. That's just a little sugar on the cream. In fact, we explicitly asked you not to, and you did it anyway. So, you know, the spirit, good spirit, I guess. This is a no-brainer.